I tell you, one of the reasons why missions are so important to our church at Park Plaza is as we continue to turn outward and attempt to bless others, whether they be in our city, our state, nation, or in the world. One thing we find is that, of course, that blesses them. And of course, that gives us a great amount of joy knowing that we're partnering with God in getting the gospel and getting the life of Christ and the knowledge of Him to the far reaches of the world. But the other part of it for me is, and for our church is that as we go out and as we turn outward, there is no doubt about it that we are blessed by turning outward.
In terms of Park Plaza and its history with missions, it goes way back, long before I was a member at Park Plaza. The church has had a tradition of involvement in missions, but it really took a great growth leap in the middle of the last decade.
My recollection of the beginning of Sowing for Eternity was that in 2005, the Missions Committee, which consisted of about 11 members, started discussions about raising funds for missions in a one-day Sunday collection. And I know that in the beginning our goal was rather meager, and over time we arrived at about $100,000, and in the end we surpassed that by over $300,000. It has continued to grow. It has continued to support missionaries and mission projects all over the world, and we're looking forward to see what God will do with Sowing for Eternity in the future.
Missions are important to Park Plaza because we want to have an influence bigger than just ourselves or even our neighborhood. We want to go out all over the world and make sure that everyone has a chance to hear the name of Jesus.
The reason missions are so important to Park Plaza is that it's really our church identity. I think God has some great plans for Sowing for Eternity. I think that we have just an incredibly exciting future at Park Plaza with our missions, and I think that we're going to see so many more people involved than it's ever been involved in the past.
It's about going out and talking to other people. That's missions. No matter if you're here in Tulsa or if you're in Honduras or in South Africa or in Croatia, it's all about telling people about the good news, the gospel. And for us to do that, we have to raise funds.
I think missions are important to Park Plaza because they give every member an opportunity to get directly involved in some type of work that is outside the realm of the ministers and the leaders. When you take Jesus Christ to the lost out there and you see what kind of effect that has on them, that makes me passionate to want to go again and again and encourage others at Park Plaza to go again and again or be involved with missions in some other way.
Missionaries are my heroes. They don't like to be thought of as heroes, but to me they really are. Most of them give up nearly everything. They give up everything that's familiar. They give up time with their families. They give up holidays. They give up comfort. They are trying to do what God's asked them to do. And so I am passionate about caring for them and helping them be able to do their jobs well.
You know, one of the things that I've prayed and consistently pray about for Park Plaza is that the Lord will expand our sphere of influence. I believe He's answered that prayer.
Park Plaza is always concerned about keeping missions and Sowing for an Eternity a priority at our church.